Hi everyone, welcome back. Thank you for watching, and to anyone who has subscribed and liked and commented, thank you very much. Today I'm going to focus on something I've touched on briefly before in other videos and a couple of wee shorts about moods, mood swings, particularly low moods, because if we were all giggling there wouldn't be any need for this, and to talk about how or things that I have found helpful for trying to keep my mood afloat, basically. So first thing is, be kind to yourself. You've had a massive injury, brain injury. It's not something everybody recognises immediately, and every stroke's different. People will have different effects and different consequences from it. For me, obviously, it's my left-sided weakness, and this muscle here in my face has been affected, and you can see it if you look closely. So first thing I spoke about earlier this year, instead of resolutions, we were going to call it aims. So aims being any improvement means something, all improvements matter significantly, no matter how big or how small. So you'll see me bringing my left hand in. It looks awkward. I can see it in the screen and it looks awkward, but I want to keep doing, because if I don't keep bringing my left arm in, it's kind of sitting there doing nothing, and I want it to become normal and normalised again. That is part of the tying in with low moods. Low moods can be really debilitating, just as much as pain and just as much as injury. A low mood can lead to depression, and if you get stuck in that negative loop, it really brings you down. It stops you wanting to do anything, including interact with people or engage with people. So if you're starting to experience low moods, first of all, I would encourage you to go to your GP and discuss that. There's different care packages across the country, is what I've found, that you get neuropsychology as well, so there may well be something available for you to talk about the emotional and psychological impact that stroke has had on you. I don't have that, but using the techniques and things that I learned in CBT, I can spot when I'm having my negative thoughts and when I'm having a down day. And trust me, I have lots of down days, and there are lots of things that really get me down. So first biggest adjustment I've had to really come to terms with is to stop judging my progress on who I was this time last year, because this time last year I didn't have to think about lifting my shoulder, my arm, moving my hand, opening and clenching my fist. It all just worked. So the January Brenda is slightly different from last January's Brenda. To stop my mood really dipping, and I can feel it dipping, I will initially take a couple of deep breaths, but my focus is on doing. Now, other people might be different and you might get caught up in thoughts. So for me, I find the act of doing something, doing anything, trying anything, trying something helpful. And that includes, literally, I call it my wonky dancing and talking to my cats, who think I'm probably insane, but dancing away to something that's on the radio, and it's wonky, but I'm doing it. And that makes me feel good that I'm actually able to do it. If I look at myself from 6 months ago, I couldn't sit up. I couldn't move this arm at all. So 6 months down the line, the fact that I can move my arm, lift it to an extent, I can kind of scratch my nose, but there's no real power behind my fingers. So that's the next thing I'm aiming for as well. But for me, the act of doing helps me feel better. Also, what helps me feel better is genuine relaxing. And That's been hard for me to adjust to anyway, because I'm always a can do, will do, just do person. But after a stroke as well, it is important to really rest, get as much quality rest and relaxation as you can. So I use a lot of meditation music. I listen to a lot of audiobooks as well. And I binge watch my sci-fi because I love sci-fi. But that's one way to keep my mood afloat, is just to keep trying and keep doing. That might not work for you. But if you catch yourself thinking negatively and I can't do this, I'm useless, there's a really good app, and I'll put it in the comments as well, but there's a really good app called STOPP, and it's STOPP, free app. And basically what it does is, would you say to me or to anyone else you know, you're useless, you're rubbish, you can't do that? The likely answer is no, unless you're the meanest person in the world. So when you're talking to yourself like that, you're being the meanest person in the world to yourself, and you're not really helping yourself feel any better. In fact, you're making yourself feel worse. It's like me standing there saying that to you. So the first thing is to try and identify when you're doing that. And that might be because you've went to pick something up and you've dropped it, and the first words that come into your mind are, oh, you're this, you're that, and you name call yourself. So catch yourself doing that, and then have a look at the STOPP app, because it does tell you to take a couple of breaths, take a step back, and then look at it from another perspective. Look at it overhead and think, right, okay, maybe if you dropped it a year ago when everything was working, you might be fine to say, oh, you're a klutz, you're an idiot. But when you've had a stroke and you've tried to pick something up and you've dropped it, well done you. You've tried it. You know, you went for it. And that's the important thing to remember, is that you're going for it, you're attempting it. If you don't attempt it, you'll not attempt it, you'll not do it. So keep doing, keep trying, keep going. That does help me. Also, sometimes what helps me is, yeah, a good cry, but I don't like getting caught there, because I literally feel my energy going along with it. So I try and stay upbeat. That means focusing on things that make me happy, make me smile. Could be a TV programme, could be a song, could be a book, could be whatever it is for you. Opening the door, getting a breath of fresh air, especially if you can't get out and move about in any shape or form. But what I would say is, keep trying and keep believing. Your mind is an amazing thing. This is a brain injury as well, remember, but your mind is an amazing thing. If you tell yourself, I can't do that, you're probably not going to do it. So keep trying. Face your fears, face your anxieties. Mine's just now is the floor. I want to be able to get to a place where I feel confident about, if I did fall over, that I could push myself up, get myself back up. So that's practicing. And I never thought I would say that I was scared of the floor, but I am. It makes me anxious, and it makes me, I can feel my heart rate increasing, but I'm not going to shy away from it. I need to do it. So by doing that, that helps me feel better. It helps me feel like I'm achieving something, that I'm overcoming something. And I'm judging myself on Brenda from July last year rather than the Brenda the day before. There's no point. If I do that, everything looks like a failure. So it's all about a wee bit of perspective, and it's all about keep going, keep doing, keep trying. You know, you might never get it perfect, but you keep going to what you think is, wow, I've actually done that. And it's nice to reflect, maybe every week or so, every month or so, look back and say, what have I done? God, I've done that. I didn't think I'd be able to do that. I never thought I would get any kind of movement back in my hand at all. This is very weak, but it's moving, and that's something. And everything that we achieve as stroke survivors is precious, means the world. So don't give up, don't stop believing, to sound rather cliched, but don't. Keep going, keep doing, keep trying. And by doing that, you will help to overcome some of your low mood as well. But there are loads of organisations out there that can help with low mood. And again, as always, I'm not a medical practitioner. Go to your GP or your healthcare practitioner if you are feeling really down and your mood's not getting any better as well. Get help sooner than later. Listen to your physios, listen to your doctor, do what you need to do. But hopefully things that I've said here will resonate, ring a wee bell with somebody, and they'll say, I'm going to keep trying, I'm going to keep doing, because that's my main aim. That's what I want to do, is just keep telling people to keep going. If you don't take that step forward, you're always going to be in that place, in that one spot. So as difficult and as almost impossible that it seems, keep trying, keep believing. As always, thank you for listening. Thank you for putting up with me. If you like, give it a wee thumbs up, like. So click like. If you want to subscribe, please subscribe, and please share the video with anybody that you think might find this helpful. Anyway, thanks again, folks, and have a good day. Take care.